Hello, Arun sir.
Hi Spencer, how are you?
I'm good, Arun sir. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Hope all is
Finally.
well with you.
Yes. Finally, I've gotten my radio signals back. I can hear. Oh, I see. There is someone.
Okay, so as I promised in our last stream, we have a special guest today. We have world's youngest grandmaster Abimanyu Mishra.
Oh my God. This is. Oh my God, Abhimanyu Mishra. It's an honor to meet you.
Hi, Spencer. How are you
Well,
doing?
I'm doing good, Abhimanyu. Let me tell you about me. So, for Earthlings, I'm an alien. My name is Spencer. I come all the way from Alpha Centauri, which is a different galaxy, and its galaxy is Z65 Starry Apartments. Okay, so that is where I come from. I'm on a high school project. I got all these radio signals about Chess Olympiad, and I wanted to find out all about it. So I came to Earth. I met woman Grandmaster Aarti Ramaswamy. I met Grandmaster Arun Subramanian, sir, and now both of them are my friends. So technically, you're the first Earthling friend who is a teenager. So for me, this is just wonderful. It's an honor to meet you, Abhimanyu.
Thank you. Same to you, alien friend.
Yeah. All right. So Arun sir, I'm enjoying my time on planet Earth. I went to so many different places. I saw the rounds of matches at Olympiad, and I'm enjoying chess all in all. Right. So you promised me that you'll be bringing a guest, and the guest turned out to be Abhimanyu Mishra. How about you tell me all about him? Can you make an introduction for Abhimanyu?
Oh, definitely. So I think by now Abhimanyu doesn't need an introduction. So since you are from outer space, I thought we can give him an introduction. Okay, so Abhimanyu is currently is 13 years old, and I think even that is like super young for a grandmaster. But he became a grandmaster when he was like 12 years and 4 months and I don't know 25 days or something, right?
Wow.
So it's been almost a year since Abhimanyu became the world's youngest grandmaster. So this was a title that was held by a Russian player. So he held this title since 2002. So
I
almost
think
for
I know the
19
name.
years.
Was it Karyakin?
Yes, he's like one of the best players in the world currently, and he held this record for almost 19 years. And almost all top players, like many players who became a grandmaster, they all wanted to become world singles grandmaster, but somehow like it was meant to for Abhi to take that record eventually.
Wow.
And
And
I think I have to add one more thing to that. So he's the world singles grandmaster. So it sounds so big right now. So it feels like some of his earlier records. Uh, I mean, they don't seem so big. But you know what? Abhimanyu was youngest expert. He was the youngest national master. He was the youngest international master. He's also the youngest grandmaster.
let me guess. So, based on the human logic that I've learned, I think he was the youngest international master, and now you told me he's the youngest grandmaster. So, you know where this is going. I think he's probably also going to be at some point. I am hoping, my friend Abhimanyu, that you also become the youngest world champion ever.
Thank you.
So,
I'll try
Abhimanyu,
my best.
definitely. I'm sure you will get there pretty soon than I think, or anybody thinks. So, Abhimanyu, can you tell me about your journey? Like, how did this happen? How does it feel as a child? How are you different than adults? I don't know much about humans, so maybe you can educate me a little bit and also tell me about your journey.
Sure, chess is a very interesting game. I my when I was 2.5 years old, my dad introduced me to this game, and I started learning the rules and everything. And
Two
by
and a
the age
half.
of 5, 2.5, yeah.
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
not sure how much that's in alien years, but
Well, you're right now you're 13 years old, right? So for me, that is 0.5 galactic minutes. So 2.5 is just like it's in milliseconds.
so my dad introduced me to the game at the age of 2.5, and it took me another around 2 years to learn the rules. Okay, I mean, it takes
Wow.
time for to
Right,
learn
right.
this kind of game. And by the age of 5, I started playing tournaments. That was when I won my first tournament, and I was very happy because this is when I learned that anything can be achieved when you put in the out when you prepare for it properly.
Definitely, everyone. Yeah, definitely.
And from there, I kept playing tournaments. And at the age of 6, I met Coach Run, and I can definitely say without him, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Wow, that is so sweet of you, Abhimanyu. That's nice.
Yeah, it's very kind words from Abhimanyu, but I think one way or the other, he's sure he's meant to be there with you, like with me or without me. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess.
So
From
then
there,
what
I
happened, Abhimanyu? Yeah.
from there I kept working with Coach Run and playing more tournaments. And by the age of 7, I touched the youngest expert in U.S. history, which is 2000 rated.
Oh, so
At the age of 7 years and 2 months, yeah.
at the age of 7, you were 2000. Wow. Okay. And
Yeah,
then,
this is a bit of a different rating system. I think it's approximately 1800 rated.
right.
And of course, I was very happy, but I didn't slow down. And I kept playing tournaments and practicing with Coach Run. And by the age of 9, I reached my second national title, the youngest national master in U.S. history, at the age of 9 years,
Wow.
which is 2200, which is approximately 2000 feet.
Right.
And things kept on progressing. And at the age of 10, I broke the the record for the international master at the age of 10 years.
Brilliant. And then after that,
And then grandmaster.
and here you are. I mean, you're the youngest grandmaster in the world. I can only imagine how would it feel. So, if you would like to, elaborate your emotions that you feel in a human body, how does it feel like to be the youngest grandmaster in the world? Did you ever think this would happen? When did you think that this would happen? And right now, how does it feel like the moment that you won the final match and you got your third GM now? How did it feel?
It feels amazing. I've been dreaming of this moment ever since I was, say, like 5, 6 years old. I wanted to become the youngest grandmaster.
Oh,
And when I finally broke it, I mean, I went to Hungary for 2.5, 3 months. And the last couple of tournaments, I was missing it very marginally by 1 point, 1 point, half a point. And I was getting a bit pissed off. And finally, when I broke it, I was very, very happy.
wow. What about you, Arun, sir? I mean, he's your student and he's crediting all his, basics when he was very young. Did you think that this would happen so soon or soon late in your timeline, in your prediction, in your mind? How close was it to the reality that he's in right now?
Well, okay. So just like any other student that I start working, I think that it was just a normal start with Abhimanyu also. We had initial few classes and things were going normal. But somewhere in my 5th, 6th class with him, I started sensing something like which is not very usual. Like
Extraordinary.
whatever I'm teaching him, he's able to understand very easily. I still remember one of the classes I decided what, I'm gonna really talk about something advanced. So I thought I'll take some card post game and I thought I'd discuss some advanced concepts in chess. And to my surprise again, he was effortlessly understanding.
Oh, and for the children who don't know, Anatoly Karpov was one of the great world champions.
Oh yes, I've heard of Anatoly Karpov on my device.
Yeah. So such kind of advanced concepts he was able to easily understand. So I thought okay, so that was the first part for me. I thought this is not going to be a normal journey with this kid. And eventually it became an extraordinary journey. To add one more point, right?
Yes.
So Abhi goes for this trip to Europe to become youngest grandmaster. So, he left somewhere around mid-April. So he became youngest grandmaster on June 30, if I'm right? So it's almost 2.5 months. Almost on a daily basis, Abhi was playing games. So it was 70, 80 games within those 2.5 months. So he finished his first couple of norms, which is he's inching closer to his GM title. But the last 50 days, we had a huge drought. he was not able to get that one final lead like he is supposed to. But we go back to the tournament, we get very close to achieving the title, and one way or the other, somewhere maybe a slight slip and he misses the title and comes back again. This kept happening again and again. For almost 50 days, this keeps going on. Think about it. For normal people, this is not going to be easy to take it lightly and keep progressing. But that is where where he showed his strength. So this cannot come from other people around him saying the strength comes from within. So for a 12-year-old doing something like this was truly extraordinary. So not just the title itself, but the path towards the title also was surely extraordinary. Yeah.
And Abhimanyu, I've also heard interestingly that, in Earth, I've heard that there are different time zones. So if you go into one country, the time zone is different. If you go to another country, you know the story, right? So I was trying to find information about you on my device, Dexter, right here. And it said that you and your father came up with very different strategies, so that because when you were a child, you were struggling in tournaments because of the sleep schedule changing when you were traveling for tournaments. So you adjusted yourself, like you were in like location A, but you were trying to adjust your sleep cycle according to location B. So can you tell me something about that? Anything more? Like, how did you work it out? Who came up with this? Was it your father? Was it you?
Sure. So actually, I've always been tired as a small kid. It's always been like after 5-6 hours, you get very tired. Actually, the first time I've kind of adapted to this kind of thing was when I was 6 years old, I think. So in here in the United States, there's this very infamous tournament which is called Amateur East. It's a very long time control. It's like 2 hours. Then after 2 hours, there's another like half an hour after 40 moves. It's game can easily go on for 6-7 hours. So the
Wow.
first time I played that tournament, I was 5 years old, and what happened was I was winning against some. So I was winning against someone, but what happened was they stalled for like an hour, and like
Yeah, I've heard this.
eventually I got tired and too tired to play, and I had to resign the game. And that happened.
Oh,
Then what I did was from next year I learned this and there are 2 rounds a day. So it's not just a 7-hour game one time. So next year, what I did was I started sleeping in between the games. So whatever 1 hour, 2 hour time I would get in between the games, I would start sleeping. And next year, what happened was there was a dead drawn game, and I beat the guy because I was able to stay awake.
wow. So that's like a strategy that you came up with that is outside of chess lore because you were.
Oh yeah, and now coming back to this time zone thing, yeah. As far as I remember, this was for California.
Mhm,
I was going to play. This was before I became international master. I
mhm,
was going to play in this Grandmaster tournament event in California, in Los Angeles.
mhm, mhm.
And what I did was, first round, I was going to play against a very strong Iranian Grandmaster.
Mhm.
And I knew that, okay, if I'm not able to stay, Los Angeles' time zone is 3 hours. I think it
Yeah.
was behind me. And the game would start at 7 p.m., which is already 10 p.m. my time. And the game can go on for another like 5-6 hours. And okay, by 3-4 o'clock, because like chess is the kind of game that you need to have attention at all time. Just
Good
one
thing.
slip and you mess up all your advantage or even just lose the game. So
Mhm.
what I did was 2-3 weeks in advance, I started staying up to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and even though I was having headaches, it was all worth it as I was able to
I
get
even
my
heard that you used to take walks outside your house with
yeah.
your dad just to get to the habit of staying awake. I mean, that sounds so beautiful as a father, what he was doing, to support your career. And it's inspiring to hear you that you used to go out for a walk in the middle of the night just so that you can get your biological clock adjusted. So that definitely worked in your favor. And here you are. Without all of that, you never know all of this. You made so many people proud. So
Thank you.
yeah, it's good to hear those strategies. Anything apart from this that I don't know, something that is not there on the internet? Is there anything
Spencer,
else?
I think I can add one more point to that.
Sure, sir, Arun sir.
Well, Abhi was talking about the Amateur East team tournament. So it's a team tournament. So
Okay.
just like the Olympiad tournament, it was an Amateur East tournament. So Abhi was playing in my team. So I was on the top board. I was the team captain. And
Oh,
next to me was, I think Abhi was 8 years old at the time. An 8-year-old kid playing next to me. And I could still remember one of the games, right? So Abhi was paired against almost like an 80-year-old person. So we have
First
on
round?
one side an 8-year-old player, and on the other side we had maybe he might not be an 8-year-old, but I think he was a really old person, so I could still
understood.
remember. So Abhi on one side sitting down to play, and he cannot even really reach the end of the other side. So Abhi used to put in like couple of chairs. He used to put in some cushions to get in that height so that he can reach the board properly.
Wow.
So this side I could still remember. So this was an amazing. He went on to win that game anyway. So playing
Wow,
next to
wow.
me in my team was
That's a very interesting
uh,
story. I
Was
would
this
also
round
like.
one or
it's just an amazing
was
sight
this something
when I
else?
think of
Yeah.
Yeah, Abhimanyu, you were saying something?
Was this round one? I think
It's
yeah.
possible. I don't remember exactly, but it was just so cool to see that. Like, a
Yeah,
small
yeah.
kid without being intimidated by an older player. Like he was like fearlessly playing against him, and he went on to beat him also. Like, okay, it's just amazing to watch that.
Yeah, children are the most fearless. I mean, all they care about is just to play a very good game. They're ready to take on the world champion if they want. An adult will be, intimidated by knowing the person that he's playing, but a child, they have all the energy and courage and willpower in the world. So, Abhimanyu, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions, from your life. So, like, do you have a best friend
Yeah, definitely.
in school? So, can you tell us something about the best friend? Does he play chess?
Yeah, there's also a very interesting story on how I met my best friend.
Please.
So what happened was when I was when I was playing chess, like when I was around like 5-6 years old, I used to go to one place. It's a well-known chess tournament around here. It's called Westfield Quads.
Okay.
So basically, there's 3 games a day, and like I think it's on weekends, like Sundays or Saturdays. I'm not entirely sure.
Mhm.
And it's like 3 games on that day, and that's basically the tournament. It's a very short tournament, basically.
Okay.
Every week I used to go there for game practice and everything.
Mhm.
And actually there what happened was I was paired against someone in my section. He was some kid maybe 1-2 years older than me.
Okay.
And after that, after the game, okay, I lost that game to him. And then all of a sudden I used to go to then like a few months later, I started going to Chess Kings and Queens Academy where Coach Arun was and Coach Magesh,
Okay.
Grandmaster Coach Magesh. So then what happened is I started running into this kid everywhere. He was always coming in. I was always getting second, and he was always coming first. And eventually we became friends. His name is Tejas Rama.
Wow. So in the pursuit of beating your best friend in chess, you defeated so many other people who fell down in the middle of that path. And then wow, that's a very interesting story. So what are the two things that specifically like about your best friend right now?
Well, he's a very funny guy, and I can definitely say he's a very kind person as well.
Okay. So apart from chess, is there any other indoor or outdoor sport that you play?
I mean, recently I started like playing badminton a bit, but okay, I'm like quite terrible.
Arun sir told me that he likes to play table tennis a lot, and you're playing badminton. Is there anything that you both play apart from chess? I'm very interested to know that. Any game, any activity that you like to do apart from chess?
Well, to be precise, Spencer, I have met Abhi like, I don't know, probably like 10 times max. That's the max I have met him. So usually I meet him online. By now it's like almost 6-7 years right now since we started working with each other.
Yeah.
But like we hardly get to meet each other.
But virtually, you mean, okay.
We usually meet online. That's how we end up practicing. So unfortunately, I think that's one thing that ended up missing in our part. But I'm sure we should be able to bridge that gap soon.
Yeah.
So Abhimanyu, what is your favorite movie? Which is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I think Bag Milka Bag. It definitely inspired me throughout. I remember watching that movie at least like 20-30 times now.
Wow, that is surprising. I mean, a lot of the Indian people in the chat, they love this movie, Bag Milka Bag, and he was a very legend. Like he was a very big person and a legend that inspired a lot of people. And I've seen that movie myself, so I can understand. Arun sir, what's your favorite movie?
Well, it's a Hollywood movie, so I would say it's the Rocky series. So I think it's very similar to Bag Milka Bag, but it's like the story is on a boxer who goes through his journey where he finds a lot of issues and somehow he manages to still come to the top. It is
so both of you
inspiring for me.
So both of yours favorite movie is a movie which is related to somebody trying to achieve something big in life and struggling. That's very good to know. What about your favorite food, Abhimanyu?
My favorite food, I can say it's my mom's homemade cooking poha. I definitely like
Poha. Wow.
Definitely.
I love it. Everyone. And what about the main course, like in dinner and lunch?
In dinner, lunch, Malai kofta.
Malai kofta. Can you guess what would be Arun's? I already know what is Arun sir's favorite food. He's told me. Can you take a guess?
I'm not entirely sure. I
He
don't know.
Okay. I'll tell you the first alphabet. It starts with a B. It's a most likely it's an Indian dish.
Bindi?
That's a good guess, but no. It's biryani.
Ah,
Yeah. So, Arun sir, what is your current bond like with Abhimanyu, and where do you plan to take this and future plans? So, I want to hear it from both of you once.
Okay, so well, I mean, after the initial sessions, so now I know him for so many years right now. I think for Abhi's age, like I know him for half his years, like on Earth time. So well, that's what it's almost like like my son is also around his age, like he's slightly younger, but okay, it's almost like my son. So that's the way I see Abhimanyu. Like his wins are losses. Like okay, being a coach is one thing, but when Abhi goes for a tournament, when he's playing, most occasions I cannot even sit down and stay online to watch the game. Like it's the pressure that he's rising on us is also very high. So so usually like I just come there, watch this game for a few minutes, and then sign out, and I don't come back to see it every single move. So I just partially check it once in a while and go away. So yeah, usually like that's the way it is, and well, he has been working very hard. One thing that I think I have mentioned in our earlier interviews also. So I may be his coach, but the truth is I have learned a lot of things from Abhi.
Wow.
The kind of work ethic that he puts in, I have to say, he trained me in a lot of things also that way.
That's beautiful.
So,
I remember you told me that you also worked with Vishy Anand, and he used to just 11 to 12 hours. He used to just go on and study chess. Do you see any similarity over there?
Abhi is exactly the same. Like, that is, in terms of working hard like Anand, like I would say Abhi at this age itself, he is doing this. It is amazing to watch. It is not at all easy. Like usually, like kids at this age, they are busy playing their video games, they are busy watching cartoons, things like that. But he has achieved so much, and but after all these achievements, like as I said earlier, youngest expert, youngest international master, grandmaster, it doesn't matter. Like if you ask him right now, he still says like there's still so much to learn and so much to achieve. So that is where his main motivation, and that is what he thinks in general. So, there is no way that he's going to stop, and he's definitely going to become one of the best in the future. And, I'm like just a proud coach, and, as a fan myself, and, I'm going to witness that in the future.
I mean, look at Abhimanyu right now. He's a teenager who's smiling, and he looks very cute. But on the board, oh my God, when the cameras are on him, he's so intimidating on the board. Anybody would get. I mean, that shows the focus that he's putting when he's playing. He's like, "I'm here to get you." And so many players are now intimidated. Okay, I'm playing Abhimanyu Mishra. Okay, that's going to be a tough match or possibly a lost match. So Abhimanyu, how about your future plans, and what do you have to say about Arun sir, your current relation, and then your future plans?
Sure. So I can, as I've said before, without Coach Arun, I mean, he played a very big part in my journey up to this moment. He's taught me a lot of things which I don't think I would have learned from other coaches. And he taught me that you have to convert every single small advantage that you get, and based on that, I'm still trying to master this kind of skill where you can just beat anyone from basically any position. This is one of the main things I've learned from it.
Wow, that's very precise. And Abhimanyu, if I have to ask you that, if you could go back into the time, okay, and somehow you magically, let's say you have my alien technology, and you go back into the time, and you can play a game of chess with any chess player that is unfortunately not with us here today. So if you have to name 3 such people, like a chess player that are not alive right now, who would that be?
Sure. One of them would be Mikhail Tal. The way how he played with all these, there are countless games where you can see that he's like sacrificing the whole board.
Yeah.
There's quite amazing games. Bobby Fischer is one of them as well. He was also a very attacking player, and I want to know I want to learn more about him, like how he got his mindset and everything. His games are also quite a pleasure to watch. And third one, this is, I guess maybe I'll just say because I'm wearing it, Paul Murphy.
Paul Murphy. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
I'm wearing a Paul Murphy shirt.
Amazing. But Abhimanyu and Arun sir, what's surprising is all the names that Abhimanyu just mentioned. I'm sure at the back of mind everybody knows it, but let me just bring it out to spotlight. They had the similar story that Abhimanyu's life is going through right now. So Fisher, Tal, Capablanca, Morphy, you name it. All of these guys were geniuses when they were a kid, and they were just like crushing everybody in the tournaments. And Abhimanyu, I just want to say you are living that life already. I can only imagine how that feels. So what about your future plans? I want to know about your future plans.
Sure. So currently my live rating is like approximately 2550.
Okay.
And my goal is to reach the rating of 2700 by the age of 15. So I have another 1.5 year approximately.
Okay.
And from there, of course, I'll try whatever my best. And one day I hope to become world champion.
Definitely. Fingers crossed. I've heard that this is something that humans do when they want something to happen and not jinx it. So, yeah. So, by the way, Arun sir and Abhimanyu, I've heard that, I've seen people playing chess against each other. Okay. And then I was very surprised when people playing chess against a device called computer. And then Artivam told me, oh, no, they're still playing against someone. It's just a platform that you use to play against someone. So I was already blown away by that. And then I heard that grandmasters also play blindfold chess. And I was like, wait, blindfold, like you can't see the board. How on earth is that? I mean, how literally on earth is that possible? So then she told me that they use the coordinates. She taught me a little bit of coordinates, F4, B4, B5, and all of that. So Abhimanyu, I would dare myself, I'm daring to ask you that would you play a blindfold chess match?
Definitely. I'll get my blindfold ready. Give me 2 minutes.
Oh, sure. So Arun sir, how about, because this is a blindfold match, and how about I would like to invite you to commentate on the game, and you can also make Abhimanyu's moves if you want to. I will be turning down my speaker because if I hear your commentary, then I've heard that this is not fair. You can't hear somebody's commentary and based on that they move. So I'll be turning down my computer's volume completely. So I won't be able to hear, but the chat and you can hear me. So I'll be making some comments between that. And I would speak my mind out, not too much, not disturbing for Abhimanyu. And the rest is Arun sir. You can.
Sure, I can take over that. That shouldn't be a problem.
So right now I am about to share the blindfold chessboard. So to make it even more interesting, I will be white because I've heard that white has some kind of advantage even before starting. I mean, I'm up against GM Abhimanyu Mishra. So to say that white has advantage almost makes no sense.
Hi.
But yeah, I have Abhimanyu. Okay, are you ready, Abhimanyu?
Definitely.
Okay. So
not entirely sure which way the computer is, but okay.
Yeah. So Abhimanyu, I am sorry, but I am taking the white pieces. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Look at that, Arun. So he's barely concerned. Okay. So let me share. Okay, Arun sir, can you see my chessboard?
Yeah, I can see the chessboard. Shouldn't be.
Okay, let me just give you the control. I'll be making my moves, Arun sir, and you can use moves. And when I give a cue, I will turn down. That means I've turned down my computer volume.
Okay, sure.
I won't be able to hear both of you, okay? So I'm turning down my volume in 3, 2, 1. Just one thing. Arun sir, if you want to say something and I cannot hear it, just please raise your hand and I can just, if there is anything technical, if my alien spaceship messes up anything technical, then definitely you can tell me, okay? So yeah, my audio is going off in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay, I think Spencer has made his first move. So just to let everyone know, so Spencer is playing white and Abhimanyu is playing black. And on behalf of Abhimanyu, who is blindfolded, I'm going to make the move. So Spencer has played first move D4.
D5.
Okay, I've played my move.
Okay.
Super
Okay. Abhimanyu has
exciting.
played D5. Let's go.
Okay. I'm going to try and take a risk.
Okay. Spencer has played the famous Queen's Gambit. C4.
C6.
All right.
Okay. Chat, I hope
And
I
Spencer has
do
played
decent
one
enough.
Knight F3 in this position.
Knight F6.
Okay, I think Spencer has just played a new alien opening. So he has played Bishop F4 right now in this position.
D takes C4.
Okay, Spencer has lost.
Okay, I've lost one pawn already. I can see Arun. So I wish I could hear him, but I cannot.
Okay, White just played E3. Abhi.
B5.
And Abhi doesn't seem to be giving back the pawn right now.
Oh no, here. This is the beginning of my ending stream.
Okay, Spencer just played Bishop E2, Abhi.
E6.
Okay, on to E6. Let's go.
Okay, at least I made my way till I could castle, chat. That's a big thing.
Okay, Abhi, he just castled it.
Bishop to B7.
All right, Bishop to B7 it is.
Let's see.
Abhi, Spencer just played pawn to B3.
C takes B3.
All right, C takes B3 it is. White played Queen takes B3.
Bishop E7.
Okay, Bishop to E7 it is. White went A4 Abhi.
A6.
I can see Arun sir making some serious commentary. I cannot make some head or tail of it. Just doing my best, chat.
All right, he went NBD2 in this position.
Castle.
Okay, I think the game is entering the middle game phase right now. It's getting really complicated.
I captured one pawn of GrandMaster Abhimanyu Mishra.
A takes B5 Abhi.
C takes B5.
Okay, C takes B5 it is. Pawn to H3 Abhi.
Knight BD7.
Knight to D7. All right. All right, it's Rook FD1.
Queen B6.
Queen to B6. All right.
I'm more scared of how relaxed Abhimanyu is right now, chat. Okay, let's see.
All right, it is Rook AB1 Abhi.
Rook F to C8.
Rook F, Rook to C8. Okay. Yep.
Okay, chat, I'm gonna do something.
Okay, White just played Knight to C4 Abhi.
Predicted. Okay.
Okay, I think the game is going to enter a critical moment right now. So,
Okay, knight
wait to back
c4.
the black queen.
I mean, I can play anything, but okay, say b takes c4.
Okay, all right.
I have no idea what just happened, chat. Okay, but I'm going to dare.
Okay, queen takes b6, Abhi.
Knight takes b6.
Knight takes b6.
Okay. So far, I've been doing terrible.
Okay, so the obvious rook takes b6 happens.
Yes.
What next?
I see something. Okay, let's go. Bishop takes f3.
Okay, bishop takes f3 it is. Okay, g takes f3, Abhi.
What? Okay, knight d5.
All right.
As far
Knight
as I remember,
d5.
yeah, bishop on e2, right? He go g takes f3. But maybe I'm seeing the board wrong. So yeah, I said knight d5.
Knight d5 and rook b1 is what Spencer played.
Interesting. I can do knight c3.
Uh-oh. That doesn't seem to be
Right.
good for Spencer. Here we go. A knight
Whoa.
fork.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sure Abhi is
have
going to
seen
be
that
super
chat.
excited when he hears this move. So Abhi, Spencer just played rook b to c1.
Okay, what? What? No, this is rook, right? Knight takes e2 check.
Okay, so Abhi went with knight takes e2 check.
Okay. Getting closer and closer to resignation, chat.
Yeah, this is game over
Let's
by
just
now.
play a couple of moves.
Okay, white went king g to Abhi.
Knight takes c1.
Okay, knight to c1.
Okay.
Rook takes c1, Abhi.
Turn it around.
a5.
On to a5. All right.
Are we allowed, Arun sir, if I'm allowed to resign, can you raise your hand? Okay. Chat, I think I'm left with one rook and one bishop where Abhimanyu has two rooks. So, I'm up against the world's youngest grandmaster. So I humbly resign. Abhimanyu, you can take off your blindfold now and I'll turn on my speaker.
For someone who just learned chess a few days back, I think you didn't do a bad job. Still good, I guess.
That's an honor because it's all thanks to you and Aarti ma'am. I've been playing online chess a lot and I've been able to learn a little bit, So, yeah. So, Abhimanyu, thank you so much. Let me first take the chessboard screen off and then I have so many things to tell you. So, I'm taking the chessboard screen off.
I mean, I was a bit confused when you were blundering whether I was seeing the board wrong or what was going on.
Wow. So my mission was to confuse the youngest grandmaster in the world, and intentionally I was able to achieve it. That sounds like an achievement. So I have bragging rights for the rest of my life now that I confused the grandmaster, the youngest grandmaster, with a blunder. So, Abhimanyu, like how do you not see the board and still see the board and defeat someone? Like, how does it work in your mind?
I mean, it's playing blindfold chess is possible. Like, I think, like a couple of years ago, they had this tournament. I think it was called Amber Blindfold. Go through and correct me if I'm wrong. And basically, all the world's top players like Magnus Carlsen, Kramnik, Anish Giri, everyone plays there. And basically, it's a blindfold tournament. So what they have some setup, and both the players can all see the board. And it's like a rapid time control. So it's like 15 minutes plus 10 seconds or something like that. Yeah, and I mean, there have been cases where people are blundering, and there's also cases. As far as I've read on the internet, it's like top players, they're saying it's possible, but it just requires a lot more energy to visualize the board.
Oh, I understand. So you have to replay the whole game from beginning to
No,
end.
actually, what happens with this is if you replay from the start, it gets confusing. What you do is you just whatever game position is there. So say after d4, d5, so the first position is the starting position. You visualize the starting position. Then whatever moves happen, you just keep going along with that. You have no clue what move number it is and whatever else.
I see, I see. Wow, that is brilliant. Arun sir, anything to say about what just happened, what Abhimanyu is saying?
Well, I think he played a flawless game. I have to think. So usually when you play a blindfold game, if you make an illegal move, it's considered to be lost. So that means you're not able to visualize the board properly and it's game over. But I think he almost played, like if I'm right, like 20, 25 moves. Because, I think not at all bad. I think it was good, but I think you played well too. So you played the most famous gambit, Queen's Gambit. I don't know if you're aware of it. There was a big TV show, the name of Queen's Gambit, which again popularized chess around like a couple of years back. So it was a huge thing. So you played that famous opening. So I think you did a great job too.
Great. So, Abhimanyu, in the blindfold chess, you had a lot of time to think, and obviously you crushed me. I wasn't expecting to win. I was just expecting to confuse you, which unintentionally I was able to do. So maybe if we speed it up a little bit, I've heard something about like bullet chess, where you have like just 1 minute and something like that. So how about to make it a little bit difficult for you? I'm hesitating to say difficult, but just to make it easier for me, at least we can say, I'm going to have 1 minute for myself and going to give you just 30 seconds for you. We'll just play small. You're up for it? Wow.
Yeah, why not?
Wow. Wow. Okay, great. So,
yes.
Okay, I'm sending you a challenge from my device. All right. Let's not begin the game until I can project the screen. So till then, we'll hold on.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, you can accept the. Okay, so I'm sharing my bullet.
Yeah, you've shown the time also. Yeah. So I'm black in this game.
Yes, you're black. So let's do a rematch.
Yep. Now you have 1 minute. I have 30 seconds. Should I start?
Yes. You can start. I'll try my best. Okay.
Spencer is trying the same idea that Abhi did in the previous relation. My God, Abhi has only 20 seconds.
I don't think that's a problem for him. So, Abhimanyu, what is your favorite food?
Not now.
Oh, okay. Abhimanyu, we are friends, right?
Again, not now.
Okay, I am sensing some kind of... Okay, let me do a queen sacrifice against the world champion. Against the youngest grandmaster. Oh, no.
Hey. Actually, one thing is, can I turn off my audio? Because, there's double sound.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I think for the people who are watching this game, I think it should have gone like super fast, I guess.
I gave him 30 seconds. I had 1 minute for myself, and yet he's left with 10 extra seconds. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, let me accept the new one. Just give me a second.
Yeah. So
yeah, let's have a rematch.
As soon as the game starts, I'll turn off my.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So here we go. Oh no, here it goes. I don't like that. Okay, let's see. Oh, did I spare a bishop? Okay, beginning of the end. What?
Finally. He's
And
left
now
with
he's
11
left-
seconds again.
Now he's left with 11 seconds. Oh my God. Okay. Let's do one last. Maybe this time I have a chance. All right.
Sure.
Okay. Abhimanyu, let me send you a challenge all over again.
Yeah, I'll turn off my audio again
Yeah.
as soon as the game starts. Yeah, I sent challenge.
Yeah, I'm sending you.
Oh, okay.
You have it?
Oh, sorry, I gave you a bit too much time, but okay, this is fine.
Oh, that's all. I don't think it's going to make a difference, Abhimanyu.
Yeah, one second, I'll turn off my audio.
Oh. This time, I shouldn't have taken this time format. Looks like a mistake now. Oh. Oh. No. No. Not this thing. Oh no. It's like it's unstoppable. I'm gonna play something tricky. It's not tricky. Okay. I think I have some winning chances now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 3-0. Spencer the Alien gets beaten by the youngest grandmaster in the world with a score of 3-0. Wow. But it was an honor to play with you, Abhimanyu. What to say?
Thanks.
So let me just take off my chessboard screen now. I'm doing it now. All right. So Abhimanyu, how many bullet games do you play generally in a day?
Not much. I mean, okay. Once in a while, I just play a few games, but okay. I mean, to improve to the next level, I don't think bullet is the skill that you need as such. I mean, it's good to have that you can play games like very, very fast, but generally, it's not necessary as such. Like, I mean, all this pre-move stuff in last like 3 seconds, this really does not matter over the board.
Right. So Abhimanyu, I've also heard that you are, as if becoming the youngest international master, chess master, and grandmaster was not enough. You've also written a book at this age.
Yeah.
I want you to just. Oh, wow. Can you tell us about the book? Can you show the cover once properly so that you can see it? It says, let me read.
I'll go back.
Yeah, it says the youngest chess grandmaster in the world.
Actually, I mean, it gets flipped. It's okay. I'm not sure how to show it as such. Right? It gets flipped.
No. It's all right.
It's fine.
All right.
It's fine.
So this book is all my experiences and throughout my journey, what I had to do, and then also like what I had to do, what I had to improve to get from one level to the next level as such. Like for example, 2000, 2200, I wrote everything in this book, what I was feeling at the moment. So I described everything in great detail. And apart from that, I also included a lot of annotated games.
Okay.
Which I've played before and I've annotated them extensively, showing all my thought processes and everything. So I think that this book helps you take a peek into my life, and I I can say it can be greatly beneficial for anyone.
I'm pretty sure that not just the young ones, but also adults and anybody who's interested to know about you and knows about your story will definitely benefit a lot. And more than that, it will satisfy people's curiosity as to how you got here. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You can keep the book, Abhimanyu. It's very nice of you to hold it for so long. So, Abhimanyu, how did you come about the idea of, okay, like I've not done enough, let me also write a book at the age of 30? So,
I mean, I can say, yeah, definitely my parents helped a lot in this book. I mean, this was another thing that it felt great to like write another thing. This is also like another record, the youngest chess author of all time.
right,
So
right.
why not?
Right.
Why not get another record?
Wow. So tell people, a couple of things, like 2 things or 3 things, apart from chess that you've shared, some interesting things that will help them to, that will motivate them to read the book. Because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty excited, but I want to be more excited.
Sure. Apart from the chess, I've included a lot of other stories on like how I got here, like not like apart from the chess side, like mental and physical, like mental how to like what I was doing at that moment as such, and that's one of the main things which I've written in the book. I describe my whole experience, not just the chess.
Wow.
I think I can add a couple of more things about it.
Sure.
So usually a chess book is when a grandmaster, when a great player writes a book. So usually they write about their game. So usually they say how they came across such a fantastic, how they found a brilliant idea, and that's what they usually explain. Most of the books don't really talk about the problems that they encountered and how they managed to overcome that. So Abhi wrote about like when he was a 1400, for example, what were the issues? He made like certain mistakes, he made some blunders, and how he was able to overcome that. Like when he reached the 1600 level, I think this is a question that most of the players will have. When I'm a 1600 player, what are the problems that I'm going through? So how am I going to solve these issues? So I think anyone who reads this book, when they are in that level, they'll be able to benefit out of it. Because Abhi had the same problem. I'm sure many of them might also have the same issue. So when they read that book, they will be able to relate to that, and they'll be able to use the same method that Abhi used to solve those issues. That's the way it is.
So, Abhimanyu, with your permission, I would like to buy copies of your book and give it to the high school in Alpha Centauri in my galaxy. And I'm sure people would love to meet and get a peek into the mind of the youngest grandmaster in the world. They're very excited. So, would you like me to do that? If I can do it?
Definitely, sure.
That's great. Okay, Abhimanyu, I've already invited Arun sir and Aarti ma'am to play intergalactic chess tournament on the moon with other beings. Would you like to do that?
Why not? Sure.
That's great. So then your title from GM Abimanyu Mishra will become UGM. Can you guess what it is? Universal Grandmaster. All right, Abhimanyu. So it was lovely speaking to you. And I want to know just one more thing from both of you. I'm pretty sure that both of you have been following Chess Olympiad, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I want to know both of your views on how the teams have been doing right now, and also your predictions for a couple of days or tomorrow. So starting with maybe Arun sir?
Yeah, sure. I think the young Indian team especially, I think in our previous stream I mentioned about this to you, right? You remember? So the young guns who are like smashing everyone, and I think they are currently the ranking shows they are in the second spot. Like they have been winning every single game. I think they made one draw here somewhere, but I think they are once again going to steamroll every team, I guess, and it's they are the ones who have to watch out for. So like a super young team, and they are playing in a tournament like this World Olympiad kind of tournament, and everyone's watching them. So that's the one that is the highlight of this tournament, we can say. So they are the ones to watch out for, and I'm sure like they are not going to disappoint anyone. That's for sure.
That's right. Abhimanyu, anything to add to that from your end?
Sure. So the Chess Olympiad is a very great event where players from almost all the countries in the world, they come together to play chess at a venue. And I mean, for sure, Indian teams are doing pretty great. They've been winning every single match, and of course, I wouldn't expect them to get less than like top. I think maybe in the open section and also in the women's section, top 1, 2, 3 will be India 1, 2, 3.
Oh wow!
And I mean, the US is playing like US has the strongest team, I think. Like everyone is like 2,700 plus.
Yes.
But for some reason, I mean, they don't seem to be on their best form. Like many players, like Aronian, first day he was dead lost against the 2,300, and okay, he got a draw because that guy then he offered a draw in a worse position. And I mean, this is basically psychology that when you're like 400, 500 points below your opponent, you're happy with the draw. So, and apart from that, like, yeah, yesterday, I think Sam Shankland, he drew against him 2,170. So, I mean, US team, they definitely, when they're playing their best, they can beat any and any team. But right now, they don't seem to be on best form. So, we'll see how things go.
That's great. That's great. That's a very good prediction. We'll see if Abhimanyu's predictions and Arun So's predictions come true. So, anything apart from this you would want to comment on the Chess Olympiad? Anything specific? Anything you're finding interesting? Anything that can be done better? This question is for both of you.
Well, I spoke to some of my friends back in India who are at the tournament, and I think in general, like the arrangements have been phenomenal, and chess has got the kind of attention that it hasn't enjoyed so long. It has even got the attention of a person from outer space. I think that's also there, anyways.
Yes.
So, well, I think it's doing a lot of good things for the game, and I'm sure, like it's only going to be because of the pandemic, and I think chess got a big boom, and from this Olympiad, I think it's going to be even bigger, better. That's for sure. That's what I think.
Understood. So it was lovely talking to you, Abhimanyu. It's an honor. I'm going to brag when I go back to my home and for some that I met this young human who's they call a teenager and happens to be the youngest grandmaster in the world. And I'm going to tell them about Arun sir. I'm going to tell them about Aarti ma'am. Arun sir, I'm going to be meeting probably once again in the streams. And Abhimanyu, I wish someday in the future if I could somehow get to converse with you, play with you, that would be an honor. But I'm already grateful that I got to do this once. More power to you. And I'm just hoping that day of 2,700 is going to come soon and the world champion. And then I can brag that, I played a game with the world champion. So
thank you. It was quite nice to meet
just one more thing. If people want to buy your book, is there an online version? Is there just a physical version? Can you please tell people where to get access to the book?
Definitely. The publisher is New in Chess, so I think you can go to newinchess.com, and it's also on other websites like Barnes & Noble. I'm not sure whether that's just the US website, but also Amazon.com. There are many places where it's available.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So you want to say anything, Abhimanyu?
Yeah, it was quite nice to meet an alien for once.
Oh, that's thank you so much, Abhimanyu. So chat, you hold on. We'll be leaving Abhimanyu and Arun sir right now, but I need 5 minutes with chat with you guys to tell you about the treasure hunt, all right? So thank you so much, Abhimanyu, and thank you so much, Arun sir. We'll speak after 5 minutes. Okay? Yeah. So Arun sir, Abhimanyu, you can leave now. I'll just chat about All right, chat. I hope there was a good time, right? So this is the most exciting part that you all have been waiting for. And I'm going to reveal the treasure hunt location. So yesterday's treasure hunt location was Machu Picchu. All right, guys. So how many of you all got it right in the chat? So Machu Picchu, you have to note down the alphabet M and put it into the 9-letter word that we are forming across the first round. Okay. So I'm going to explain how the treasure hunt is going to work once again. So this is the first round of the treasure hunt that is going to last for 9 days. Every day I will give you 3 hints of a landmark that I will receive from my device Dexter. You will have to guess the landmark and comment on HobSpace's Instagram post. All right. I will reveal the correct answer tomorrow in the stream, but that's not it. You'll have to know all the 9 correct answers and all the 9 first alphabets of all the 9 correct answers and make a 9-letter word out of it. And on the 10th day, whoever comments the final 9-letter word, will get exciting gifts from HobSpace, and you might even get a Dexter of your own, right? So whoever comments the secret word is up for a surprise, okay? So ready to know today's hints, chat? Okay, so here it goes. It is the largest religious monument in the world dedicated to Lord Vishnu. Okay. In number 2, it was built by the Khmer dynasty. Okay, dynasty in the 12th century. Okay. Third, it is located in Cambodia. All of these 3 hints will be given in the description and chat below. But let me just repeat it once again for you guys. It is the largest religious movement in the world dedicated to Lord Vishnu. It was built by Khmer dynasty in the 12th century. Okay. It is located in Cambodia. That's the third one. Okay. I will leave the hints and steps for the treasure hunt in the description below. All right. So I'm receiving some signals from Aarti ma'am, and I will go and talk to her now and maybe see the next round of Chess Olympiad. And we'll also see if Abhi's prediction and Arun Sir's predictions turn out to be true. So see you guys tomorrow at the same time, same channel, same place with the same energy. And please